Welcome to another video, guys. We have access to the new Fusion event calendar already, and in this video I'm gonna break down everything you need to know in order to get yourself Mavara in the easiest and most convenient way possible, without having to spend all of your resources. So I hope you find the video helpful, and if you do, a like and subscribe would be great, and don't forget you can check me out live on stream each Tuesday and Thursday, where I do my best to give you guys free account takeovers so you guys can enjoy Raid even more. If you want to support the channel for free, download the game from my premium download link and start Raid the right way with 4 amazing champions as soon as you start, and you're also gonna have 48 hours to use the promo code section for an extra amazing legendary champion. But now, let's get into the video. Now, I got this thing early from Nubkex's video, who had access to this thing earlier, and he managed to actually put out a video before the calendar actually went out, so apparently this is subject to change, but it's probably gonna happen exactly this way, exact schedule, subject to change, so yeah, just putting that out there. And yeah, this will be a mixed fusion event, meaning that you are gonna have to gather fragments for 4 epic champions, which you are gonna have to fuse, level up to 50, ascend fully, and use to actually fuse yourself Mavara before April 22nd, and she definitely is worth it as a champion. As you guys see, we're also actually gonna get ourselves a fragment token, which is pretty awesome. Here she is, already in game, and yes, fuse Mavara, the web diviner, and get yourself +1 fusion token. So she's an amazing champion on her own, and she's also gonna allow you to get yourself an extra token, so why wouldn't you be doing such a thing? I already gave you a detailed video about what she's about, and now we actually get to see the epics you need to get fragments for in order to actually fuse her, and they're also pretty awesome. They have some decreased debuff duration, healing, and also turn meter fill, pretty decent stuff. They're placing hex, block buffs on all enemies for 2 turns, so that'd be amazing for things like Hydra. Decreased attack would be pretty good for clan boss and such. Still turn meter not that hot for clan bosses and such, but still. And also she does have a nasty passive, so all around pretty good epic to be using, but for the most part you are going to be using her in order to get yourself Mavara. Anyway, we're kicking things off with a Fire Knight tournament. Let me actually zoom in a little bit more. So yeah, we're gonna have ourselves a Fire Knight tournament as well as Gear Hunter event, and that would be a pretty good double dip thing to be doing right now. So you can definitely start double dipping into this thing right here. Ain't nothing wrong with that. This would be pretty helpful for you. It is a Fire Knight tournament, so the champion training tournament that's starting off after is not gonna be very beneficial for the Fire Knight alone. So here you are gonna have to continue doing your Fire Knight on its own. And while we're waiting for an actual good dungeon to start for this champion training tournament, you could still do yourself a little bit of champion training if you have energy to spare, and that is also gonna double dip decently well into a little bit of gear hunting, which ain't nothing wrong with that. So again, you could be double dipping Fire Knight plus gear hunters, and then gear hunters plus champion training if you're let's say solo farming some campaign action. That'd be okay, but obviously nowadays champion training is best done with a bunch of brews. And after that, this is where the real good champion training time window for you will be. While we have ourselves a little bit of ice golem, you will be able to actually get yourself a good amount of champion training. So yeah, this is where the majority of your champion training should be happening, this area right here, because ice golem is very easy solo farmable with things like Artak, for instance, could be a pretty good solo farmer. You bring yourself 4 food champions, get yourself dungeon 20 done, and get yourself the tournament points while getting yourself a good amount of champion training. All around good stuff. We're also gonna have a gear enhancement event during that time, so here you basically try and gather yourself a bunch of silver. Around 10 to 15 mil silver would be a good idea to have here for any gear enhancement event basically. So if you have yourself that, or if you're ready to actually farm it during the gear hunter, that should be also pretty doable. You should be able to get this thing with ease, and the best way to do it is to actually level yourself up a bunch of items all the way up to level 12, because that's not too expensive, but it also gives you a good amount of silver. Obviously if you have some great items, bring them up to 16 while we have gear enhancement would be a good idea to do so, but it could turn out pretty expensive. The classic arena, no need to talk about that one, should get done on auto, and here we're also gonna have ourselves a summon rush. So basically you're gonna have to open yourself a bunch of sacred shards for 25 fragments, and I'm assuming it's gonna cost you something between 6 to 7 sacred shards. I'm not sure we're gonna have any 2x's here. We did have plenty of 2x action for the past few weeks, so I wouldn't be expecting anything too amazing right here, but it is what it is. 6 to 7 Sacred Shards shouldn't be too hard for most people if you are clearing yourself Clan Boss, Nightmare, and Ultra Nightmare on a daily basis. This should be getting done pretty easy for you. We're also gonna have another gear enhancement event, so again, about 15 mil silver is gonna be happening here, and this area right here is looking pretty empty, I gotta say, so I wouldn't be surprised if we get something like Deck of Fates or some kind of path during this time frame. Surely something is gonna be happening during this Tuesday, Wednesday situation. This is also gonna be when the siege is happening, but that doesn't really matter too much in terms of tournaments and events. So yeah, all around expect something to be happening here. An interesting Deck of Fate or something like that should be emerging, I would tell you that much. After that, we have ourselves Dragon Tournament, which again would be an amazing time to be champion training. So right now, the Dragon Tournament up until this point would not be very amazing for you to be doing. You would definitely have to be spending most of your energy while the champion training is actually happening as well. It's only going to be an event, so you can't be using books, you can't be ascending and stuff like that, so that's kind of a damn shame. But still, it's a champion training event. While you have the Dragon, again, a very easy dungeon to be farming with 4 food champions. Again, Artak can help, any solo farmer can help. Definitely check out my detailed guides about how you can be building yourself a solo farmer, and that should help you big time on events and tournaments like this. We're also gonna have another champion chase tournament over here, and this is gonna give you 25 fragments and plus 50 fragments, but in green, which basically means it's gonna be if you actually win the whole tournament, which, let's face it, not very many people will, so just ignore these 50 fragments, just pretend they don't exist, because they really don't. So yeah, again, you're gonna have the champion chase during this time, and here you could be fusing yourself champions, you could be summoning from remnant shards, from prism shards, that kind of stuff, any means getting yourself a champion. So this would be a good time to actually fuse 3 out of these epics, because you probably will have enough of the fragments already, and you might even get lucky and actually open yourself one of these epics while doing this summon rush, while doing this champion chase. So you don't necessarily gonna have to do all of these events if you get lucky and actually bag yourself one of these baddies in the meantime. But yeah, now would be a best time to get yourself 750 points for champion chase while fusing yourself these epics, and the rest you are gonna have to do with a bunch of shards. Maybe we're gonna have something like 2 Ascensions or something. It definitely would not be a good idea for you to be opening yourself Sacred Shards right now. It'd be much better if you're opening yourself Ancient Shards, because those give you a good return on investment in terms of champion chase points. You could also be using your Mystery Shards. Personally, I would not be using Voids or Primals during this time, and definitely wouldn't like to be using Sacreds unless there's some really good event during it, but we're not expecting anything too crazy, so be on the lookout and see what kind of shards you'd be happy to be spending here. After that, we're also going to have ourselves a little bit of Spider Tournament action, so this is going to be, again, pretty easy to double dip with the Champion Chase Tournament event, I mean. So again, this entire champion training event will be done while you have Dragon Tournament and Spider Tournament, so you shouldn't really be going out of your way champion training in campaign or stuff like that. You should be able to do it naturally while farming tournaments like Dragon and Spider. We're gonna have another classic arena, so this one again gets auto completed, and we're also gonna have Gear Hunters here, which again you are gonna be doing with a ton of Spider, with a ton of champion training, so you should be able to finish this thing off nicely. And we are gonna have another gear enhancement event, which again 15 mil silver should go down the drain for that. That will be a grand total of 400 fragments for you. 225 come from tournaments, 175 come from events, for a grand total of 400. Like I said, these 50 in the green, just pretend they don't exist because they're not gonna happen for most of you. And yeah, don't forget you're actually gonna have to fuse this girl before April 22nd, so that is gonna happen somewhere in here, and you're probably gonna be able to get points for her during CVC. Just make sure the time frame does happen. You are gonna have a timer on her, like here it is, 2 weeks 13 hours, so make sure to double check if you're actually gonna be able to do it during CVC. It's gonna be a non-personal reward CVC, but a CVC nonetheless. Another thing worth mentioning is you are gonna have to ascend these bad girls all the way up to 5 stars, so this means you are gonna have to have quite a lot of the green potions and a few of the white, and here is exactly how much ascension you're gonna need for them. 6 of the big green pots, 3 of the white big pots, 20 from the medium and 15 from the medium white, times 4, so basically 24 big green, 12 big white, 60 medium white, and 80 medium green. Don't forget to have yourself a little bit of spare silver to actually do the fusion, because that's gonna cost a 1 million. And all around that really is it. This is definitely gonna be pretty worth doing. The champion is great, the extra token is great, and all around, why wouldn't you be doing such a thing? I just finished recording this, And here is the final design. Exact schedule still subject to change, but it is exactly what we talked about all this time. So yeah, all around these are gonna be the events, that's gonna be the time frame all around. Prepare yourself, get this bad girl in your roster and start slapping. Actually, we do have confirmation that this event right here, the Champion Chase Tournament, is indeed gonna be the plus 50 obtainable from actually completing the thing. So no, it's not for winning the tournament, it's actually for getting the higher threshold, which is usually around 6,000 points, the equivalent of about 12 sacred shards if it was a summon rush, but in this case it's a champion chase. So keep in mind, you might actually want to be doing this event, this champion chase tournament, and maybe skip this summon rush in that case. If you don't have yourself 6-7 sacred shards to burn, if you don't want to be burning them right now, you might actually just go all out on this champion chase tournament instead. Really comes down to what kind of events we're having, but yeah, champion chase tournament like this might be more worth it to go all in instead of half-assing this one as well as this one. And if you do this, this also allows it to actually skip one more event, maybe a gear hunter, something along those lines. So yeah, use this information to your advantage. Might want to skip the first summon rush completely because these 50 fragments are indeed gonna be obtainable, not by winning the tournament, but just by getting the higher tournament points. So yeah guys, hope you enjoyed this fusion breakdown, and if you did, a like and a subscribe would really be appreciated. Don't forget to check me out live on stream each Tuesday and Thursday for free account takeovers for my viewers, and also if you want to support the channel for free and start raid the right way, download the game from my premium download link right now and start the game with an amazing start. Thanks for watching guys, I'm Chris05 and I'll see you in my next video or stream.